If you're white, if you look like me, use your privilege. And for those who do not think white privilege exists, you are fucking blind. You are.
All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. As you can see in the title and in the thumbnail, we're gonna be looking at this video here from Jake Paul or Logan Paul. I'm not sure which one of them. They actually look too much alike for me to tell the difference, and I don't think I really care enough to find out. But this is probably Logan Paul. I think Jake is the boxer, but Logan, I mean, the L stands for loser, and that's exactly what you're about to see here in this video, is him pandering to the woke black community, because any sane individual that is black does not subscribe to the idea that there is something called white privilege. Me, as an individual, I do not believe in it. I don't think it exists, and I'll tell you exactly why. But let's look at this video first, and then we'll listen to this. This is insanity. Yeah, so let's just get right into it.
One of my biggest learnings from all of this, and I'm embarrassed that it's taken me 25 years to realize this. It is not enough to be not racist. You have to be anti-racist.
Yes.
Condemn those who feign superiority because of the color of their skin. Friends, hold friends accountable. Hold your family accountable. Hold yourself accountable. And most importantly, we must hold our authorities accountable.
Now, I'm gonna stop it right there. This is what I think from just this first part of this clip, just 30 seconds in. One, if you've noticed, he's reading a script. This is all scripted. Somebody told him to say this because it literally sounds like the same thing that all of these white liberals say. There's nothing worse than a white liberal that is apologizing for something that they did not do. I can't stand it at all. This white guilt that they have is the wildest mindset, in my opinion. So you can tell he's reading, which signals to me that he doesn't believe what he says. Because if you wholeheartedly believe this and it's coming from the heart, then you wouldn't need a script. Just like I don't really need a script to come on this camera and talk to you guys. I don't have nothing in front of me. Like, it's just the camera, the mic, and my two screens. There's no paperwork, no script, no nothing. It's just how I believe, what I believe to be true, and I just express it with my own opinion. So if somebody needs a script to say things like this, they don't genuinely believe it. And then he also went on to say, let's go back a little bit here.
And most importantly, we must hold our authorities accountable. Police officers, hold your family accountable.
Boom, right there. Hold your family accountable. What that part signals to me is also that he has probably been racist, and he's probably had people that were racist around him that he didn't check or nobody checked him. Because if somebody is not a racist, they don't need to say this. Oh, hold your family accountable. For what? What did your family do? Oh, they must have did something that you witnessed that you did not check them for. Therefore, you're actually the one that's the racist here. Because you admitted here this is what I get from, this is my opinion. I don't care if you agree with it or not. This is what signals to me. Because if somebody that has done nothing, whether it be his family, friends, if he's never noticed them be racist or act racist, why do they need to hold their family accountable? Hold them accountable for what? Hold them accountable for what? The past? The past from what their ancestors committed? Because you don't even know if their ancestors were slaveholders or not. You don't know none of these things. That's why this narrative here that comes from these white liberals of apologizing for slavery makes absolutely no sense to me. Because just like we discovered a few months ago, Sonny Holston has ancestors that were slaveholders. So you don't even know who you're apologizing to. You're just looking at pure skin color and saying that, hey, I believe that you are a descendant of a slave. You don't know that. Some of these black folks actually had slave owners in their family. And some of these white folks that you're trying to make apologize probably have ancestors that were slaves themselves. That's why this whole thing doesn't make any sense. Unless you have actual ancestry DNA to prove to you that you are either a slave or a slaveholder, I don't subscribe to none of this nonsense. None of this nonsense. I don't believe it. You don't know. You have no idea. But let's just keep listening to this.
Hold yourself accountable. And most importantly, we must hold our authorities accountable. Police officers, politicians, policymakers. As Killer Mike said, bully the politicians at the voting booth. Make your voice heard. Attend a protest. Speak up against injustice. If you're white, if you look like me, use your privilege. And for those who do not think white privilege exists, you are fucking blind. You are delusional and you are part of the problem. I can count on...
If I don't subscribe to the idea that you as a white individual is superior than me, then I am delusional, then I am blind. Because if I agree to the notion that you have white privilege that I don't have, that means you're superior than me. That means you have rights that I don't. But I don't believe in that. There's nothing that you can do as a white person that I cannot do as a black individual. Absolutely nothing. And you're about to see here in the next few seconds why he believes this. His evidence of white privilege is absolutely comical.
On zero hands the amount of times that I have feared for my life at a... I can count on zero hands the amount of times that I have feared for my life at a routine traffic stop. That has never happened.
Neither can I. Neither can I. I don't know what you're talking about. Me as a black individual, I have never been in a situation where I feared for my life when I ran into a police officer. I've been pulled over multiple times, whether it be for not coming to a full stop or speeding or no seatbelt, whatever. Whatever the case was, I've been pulled over. Maybe 4, 5, 6, 7 times. I really don't know. I really don't remember. I don't count. It doesn't matter to me because I cooperate, talk to the police officer. I don't have an attitude like most of these people do that you claim are oppressed by the police. I don't know what you're talking about. So your evidence of white privilege is that, oh, I can get away with things that with the police officers that you can't. I don't know what you're talking about. I've never committed a crime. Therefore, I shouldn't have no fear of the police. Only people that are criminals are scared of police. Anybody that I know that is a law-abiding citizen, and I know a lot of black people, they don't fear the police because they didn't commit a crime. It's really that simple. It's this crazy, crazy mindset.
Half of the reason I'm able to get away with some of my hooligan shit I do in my vlogs is because I'm a white kid. I'm confident that I do not have to fear for my life should the cops show up. Acknowledge and weaponize your privilege. I believe we're going to a protest today. You can bet your fucking ass I'll be in the front line. Knowing all this about America, its racially charged background, its inability to truly treat humans as equals, even after 244 years since its inception, we must now work towards finding the solution. And if you are an influencer or celebrity friend of mine, I hope you are using your platform to continue to spread the message of solidarity and unity. I do not have all the answers, but I know we must now reverse engineer the system as a collective.
Yeah, so absolute nonsensical. Absolute, because, I mean, let's look at society. Let's just look at society. Who has the most privileges right now based on identity? It's the individuals. What do they say? What do they call it? The infinity stone of wokeness or whatever the case might be. If you have, 4 or 5 of those, you have the most privilege. The more that you have, the more privilege that you get. And straight white men are the ones with the least infinity stones of wokeness. They are. It's a fact. I have 2. if we're looking at it from the lens of the liberals, right? I have 2 stones. One, I'm black. I'm a person of color, and I'm also an immigrant, right? I am not originally from this country. So therefore, I have 2 infinity stones of wokeness. So I actually have more privilege than a regular straight white American, whether it be male or female. That is a fact. Whether it be DEI, affirmative action, employment, all of those things. Because on my resume, on my application, I have these 2 check marks here. I'm black and I am also an immigrant. Therefore, I have more rights and privileges than my counterpart who has the same qualifications as I do, but he's just a straight white male. And then if I was gay, if I was disabled, if I was fat, all these things are just things you can just accumulate to make yourself more worthy and more marginalized in America today. Absolute nonsense. So no, that's exactly why I don't believe white privilege exists. That right there alone is enough evidence for me to believe that I actually have more privilege because of my Infinity Stones of wokeness than any white individuals. And you can't prove it otherwise. You really cannot. That's just the society that we live in. So I don't know what the heck this dude is talking about. I don't know why he believes that he has white privilege. But hey, his evidence of it is that the police don't mess with me. The police, when the police pull me over, they let me go for free. Well, me too. I've never been to jail, never been in that type of situation. So there you have it. Anyway, let me know what you think. Do you guys agree or not? Do you have, if you're white, tell me, what privilege do you have? What privileges do you have as a white individual that I don't? I want to know. I want to know because I guess I've been missing out on some stuff, and I want to take advantage of those privileges because I'm sure I can get access to them too. So let me know what you think. Let's talk about it in the comment section. Hit the like button down below. And of course, if you enjoy the content, hit the subscribe button with that notification bell so you get reminded every time I bring a brand new video. Thanks for being here, guys. See you on the next one. Peace.